Of course, this was going to be my second project with Darshan, especially after Navagraha. Why me? Right? Why did you want me? You could have taken anybody for it. And there was a very, very intense scene between me and Shivana. And I had prepared for the scene, but I wasn't like sure. I would love to tell you, but I think ultimately what matters is the script good again? If the script is good, whether it's female-centric, whether it's hero-centric, the film will still win. So the key is to find the right script and the right producer and to execute the film well. And now I'm very open, I'm not hesitating, and I'm really going head on, I think, because I feel like the time has come for me to like really explore into. I really don't focus on my role and my screen time. As long as it's powerful, as long as you have a couple of scenes where you've performed well, I think that's more crucial, because sometimes people make wrong decisions by saying we want to be the be-all and end-all in the film. They want to be the center of attraction. They want to be there in every scene. Writers are not given as much importance as the rest of the cast and crew and stuff like that.
Hi, welcome to Cinema Express. Today we are in conversation with Sharmiela Mandre, the actor who will be seen next in The Devil, and she's also a producer. Let's talk to her about what's going on and what's in her plate. You have said like coming to Devil, which will be your next, or it is to do with Shivraj Kumar's film Dad. There's always that shorter screen time. Today heroines anta illa, actors ge that shorter screen time is one side. You also contrast, you say like it is also impactful roles.
Honestly, Sharadhaa, to be honest, for many years as being an actor before I got into production, I always thought about screen time. I really focused a lot on screen time, and I'm like, oh my god, how many scenes do I have, how much am I there, and all of that. But after I got into production, I realized that it's not really about your screen time. It's about the vastness and how big, like how good this project is. And even if it's impactful, is this film a good script? Number one, is it going to be a good film? Because a lot of us just think, sometimes I think, as actors, we are a little vain, I must say that we're always only focusing on ourselves. And I remember even before, I used to always watch, the first time I watched my own films, I used to only see myself. But now I watch it as a film at large, because we have to see whether this film is liked by the audiences, irrespective of your character or your role. Of course, that is important, but it comes secondary for me right now. So that is why when I choose my films right now, I feel like we need to check how the film is and how, if it's really going to work with the audiences, more than my character or my role as such.
Even today, the Devil, people come to see Darshan.
Yes.
So what is in your mind, like how can you impact them? How can you stand out on that?
Also, Devil is a larger-than-life film, as in the way Prakash Sir has envisioned this film. It is really a massive scale film. And when he did speak to me about the role, of course, this was going to be my second project with Darshan, especially after Navagraha and after so many years. So I was always very skeptical what the role would be. But I feel the few scenes that I have in the film are pretty powerful and impactful, because of which I feel, because I asked him, I said, why me? Right? Why did you want me? You could have taken anybody for it. And he said, I envision you in this particular role. So, I would really like for you to do it. And not once, twice actually, because the first time, it just so happened he called me and he said, we're shooting very shortly, and I was traveling at that point. And then a couple of months later, he asked me again, and then I was free, and I was like, maybe this film is meant for me. Like, I don't know, maybe I've manifested it, or maybe it's just a sign I should do this film.
But as a producer, the way you look at characters has changed?
It's very much, very much, because right now I really don't focus on my role and my screen time. As long as it's powerful, as long as you have a couple of scenes where you've performed well, I think that's more crucial, because sometimes people make wrong decisions by saying we want to be the be-all and end-all in the film. They want to be the center of attraction. They want to be there in every scene. Fair enough, if the script is good, absolutely. But sometimes you got to look at it from audience perspective, because no audience is going to be like, wait a minute, how many scenes did she have? Let's count her scenes. Maybe they'll say maybe her role must have been small, but they're not going to actually, look at it in a microscopic view like how actors look at it, right? So I guess
eventually, what starts as a heroine, eventually you come to be known as an actor.
Yeah.
Is that transition good?
So I think definitely every actor or actress aspires to be a good actor also, not just a glam doll on screen or whatever. But, you want to be a good performer. You just don't want to be called like a glamorous girl on set or something like that. So there should be a mix of both. Like I would never say, there are some actors who'll be like, we want to only be a director's actor. We want to be an actor. We don't want to like, I think there should just be a right balance and strike a balance between. And there are a lot of girls now, especially in the newer generation of girls who are very good actresses, performers, and they look very good as well.
But for Sharmila, there's lot. I feel whenever I see you, I feel you have lot more to explore.
Right. As
The
an
thing,
actor.
yes.
Yeah.
Why are you hesitating to be more
Now
on
I'm
that?
very open. I'm not hesitating, and I'm really going head on. I think because I feel like the time has come for me to like really explore into films properly. And of course, my other film Dad is also there, so I'm kind of looking forward to it.
What kind of roles are like gives you that first attention? Like,
That excitement. I think something where you can really, really perform. Where you can like really kill it on set, sort of a thing. So, see, I think it's a very outdated concept for people to say if you only have monologues, we are good actors, or we have big dialogues. I think, it's just in the nuances and the expressions that make you a good and fine actor. And of course, years. I think because I've been in the industry for so long, I feel like, I'm ready to explore into more serious roles also. Yeah, not just glamorous ones.
Okay, coming to your character in The Devil, is there some political inclination?
I would love to tell you, but we only have a few days left, so I would like to keep it a little as a surprise, because that was the whole intention for the film. The intention for me to do this role was like, let's make it a surprise for the audiences and let's not reveal it. Of course, there are a lot of speculations. They are like, it's this and it's that, but I want you to see it. I know you're going to be the first ones to see it and give me your honest opinion about how you think it is.
Have you watched the movie? Like at least glimpse?
Glimpse a little bit I have, but not the entire film as an idea.
Okay.
So even I'm looking forward, but I know you'll be the first one to watch it. So.
Also, you worked with Darshan sir during Navagraha, but times have changed.
Yeah.
So when you meet him after 7 years?
Yeah, 18 years,
Yeah, 18
right?
years.
After that, and my first day on set with him was in Mysore. So when I went there, it was as good. It felt like as if I had just shot Navagraha day before, because it was literally so many years have passed, and I have met him in between, of course, in functions and stuff like that. But it never felt like anything much has changed. I think we've only got slightly older, but apart from that, I feel just the camaraderie, my relationship with him, the way we speak, it's not changed at all.
Anything you recalled about Navagraha on the sets of The Devil?
Yeah, so that's what. So when I came, the very first day in Mysore, I just made a small comment saying that, during Navagraha, the food on set was excellent, because every day they would ensure all actors and all the crew and technicians had the best lunch and best dinner, right? From biryani, it was like almost like a feast, right? And the minute I said that, I think he suddenly realized that, that this is what I've been used to on his set, which was because it was his own banner. He ensured that the entire Mysore schedule of mine, I had like the best food every day, lunch, snacks, dinner, breakfast. After that, I put on like 2 kilos, and I'm like, I need to really go to the gym. But I was very, very well taken care of on the sets of Devil. Really, I was. Just that short duration, but even in Udaipur, it was fantastic.
As a producer, if you were to launch a project today, what kind of a film would you like to back? And also, basically, you're thinking which language you want to be a producer. Is that a deliberate move from you?
No, nothing like that. I feel like today, we need to, because there's so much content-driven films, we need to focus on what kind of a script we are taking. If we are taking, for example, Kantara, right? It was relevant to in Karnataka. So because of which, you need to decide what script you want, and based on that, you can decide on the language, I guess. So that would be my first thing. That what is the script about, and is it something that I'll be interested in doing?
What's the status about your project?
I definitely want to do more things. So this is a shout out to all the writers. See, first thing I want is more than approaching a director first. I think the approach should be different for new producers now. The approach should be finding good writers first, because I think writers are not given as much importance as the rest of the cast and crew and stuff like that. So first is getting the right writer on board, and then followed and getting the script set and then getting the director and then that everything else follows. So it's a process, and that's why even in Devil I feel like our producer Thashwini madam did a phenomenal job. Like for a lady to handle a set of 300 people is a very difficult job, and I was like really inspired by her because I was like, I don't know if I was going to, I don't know if I would be able to handle such a large set single-handedly, right? There was not even usually, a set is a very chaotic place. Like there's nothing ever, how much ever you plan well in advance, on the day of the shoot, it's never going to be perfect. But I don't know, everything was perfect on the set. Like everything was taken care of. There were NDAs, there were contracts, there was like, people on set to take care of you if there was anything. There was like, it was just so seamlessly done, and really, really, I was very impressed with her production skills.
Yeah, one side was that, and the other side, Prakash.
Yeah, so that's like he said, right? He didn't even look into the whole production aspect at all because he was focused on the creativity side. Obviously, because if everything is taken care of by her so well, like he really didn't need to like put too much thought into the production, right? But he's like a phenomenal director. Like I think he knows exactly how to place a scene. He's very well prepared, and we were always improvising on the set. We were never like just saying things as per the dialogues. We were actually just doing our own thing as per our comfort level, as per our characterizations and stuff like that.
Also, do you think there should be more female producers who understand cinema better?
Definitely. Because I think Darshan's previous films also, he was telling me that there was Shaila, because I had showed him a couple of things that I had done where production was concerned, and I think he told me that Shailaja Nag as well, ma'am, also has done a lot of his films, and then now there's Thashwini ma'am. So I was just saying that it's always good to have a female producer because we should always support them, I feel, because we have very less of them.
Yes.
You know this better than anyone. So I feel like we should support them a lot more.
And also more female directors.
Yeah, definitely. We don't have any, actually. We have very few, if you look at it.
If you get an opportunity, will you be able to...
direct? No.
Not direct. Produce a star like Darshan, Sudeep or Shivana?
I would love to. If they give me their dates, I would love to work with a big star for sure and to see what it is like.
Larger than life.
Larger than life. But actually, when I keep talking to Thashwini ma'am, she keeps saying that, it looks all good because we only come and work and go, but she must be actually really working very hard towards putting the entire team together.
From your journey, you have seen times of commercial cinema, performance-oriented roles, and production duties. Could you share a moment when you felt, this is exactly why I do this job?
I was recently on the sets of Dad, and there was a very, very intense scene between me and Shivana, and I had prepared for the scene, but I wasn't like sure if that was what we were trying to improvise. So as soon as I reached the set, we were like, let's change the dialogue. So I got a little taken aback because now I've by-hearted all the lines, and now they're saying that we're going to change it to something else. So I was like, oh my God, now what are they going to change it to? And it was a very emotional scene. And I think organically, I don't know what it was. There was just a click in my head, and it just came out very organically, and it was rolling. The camera was rolling. I didn't know, and I just did this scene, and he's like, okay. And it was a long scene, right?
Okay.
And they were like, oh my God, like this is actually such a powerful scene between you all, And when I saw it on the monitor, I wasn't saying that. See, an actor will never ever say we are 100% satisfied, right? Because we always want to improve, but when I saw it, I'm like, this is exactly why I do films, because I just love what I do, and it just came so naturally to me. So this is exactly why at that moment I was like, I'm happy with what I do.
You've also mentioned in interviews as such, you mentioned that strong women-led stories are still rare in Kannada cinema.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what kind of changes does the industry need to see in terms of female-centric narrative and representation?
I feel like writers are not writing enough female-centric films, or producers are not producing them. We don't have producers because I feel they're still worried. They're like, will people accept it? Will it be accepted by audiences? But that's not the case, because if you see other language films like in Telugu, recently there was The Girlfriend, and if you see in Hindi also, there are a lot of female-centric films that do well. I think ultimately what matters is the script good again? If the script is good, whether it's female-centric, whether it's hero-centric, the film will still win. So the key is to find the right script and the right producer and to execute the film well. And then it should be word of mouth, and then it can sort of garner some sort of attention. Yeah.
Okay. So coming to Devil,
Yeah.
the circumstances and the way the film is releasing, there's always that miss of the challenging star.
Yeah.
But still, on professional front, people have come together to see it on screen on December 11th.
Right.
How do you want to put it?
Today, I think we are all missing him because he wasn't here on the press meet, and this is the only press meet that Devil has had so far. And of course, 11 December is the day of the release, and they're having a 6:30 morning show as well. There's a lot of curiosity and intrigue as to what the film is, because I think not much has been revealed, not just about my character, but the film in general. And I'm hoping for people to watch it and give us their feedback and tell us how it is, because I always believe that, there's only so much you can market a film. There is only so much you can give interviews and stuff. Ultimately, what happens on that Thursday or Friday is left up to the audience. That's just how it is. So no matter what we say and how great the film is, ultimately, we should just wait for that day to find out what's happening.
Yeah, definitely. On the other side, a lot of transition with you. There's a lot of image makeover with Sharmila, what I see.
You
looking
said that.
Beautiful. You're looking beautiful.
Thank you so much. But of course, I'm aging, but maybe not as fast as I should. I don't know what your opinion about that is, but yeah.
No, but still,
You also look very good from last 20 years ago.
But what I see in you, you've been traveling abroad, and anything other than films is something of your interest.
I definitely want to do something apart from films. I want to explore. Of course, I've not really thought of it, but I definitely want to explore something in the as an entrepreneur, like a business, because I feel like I think I have the potential. Maybe of course, touch wood if everything goes well. But as of now, yeah, films is something I'm just still focused on. But I want to do something else also.
Okay, apart from
because
that,
now actors, I think in general, nobody people start they start their own stuff. Now it's changing, right? The trend is changing. So, yeah.
Apart from that and The Devil, which is releasing, what else is happening?
As of now, I'm not taken up everything. I'm still listening to projects, and something good comes up, I would love to.
From the production point of view?
Production, like I said, I wanted to give, again I said no, I wanted to give a shout out to all the writers to send me a script or something, and if I'm interested, it will definitely be of interest to me. Yeah.
Okay, so all the best in whatever
Thank you so
ventures
much.
you do. And I'm sure we'll see you more on screen.
Thank you so much.
And behind as producer.
Yeah.
Produce a lot of Kannada movies.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was so nice talking to you.